One of the best things that you could do for yourself this year, 2025, is to get personal with your finances. You need to get that relationship going on. Like that relationship with your finances, you need to stop sabotaging it. You need to stop being scared of your financial situation. You need to face it face to face with full confidence. Let's talk about how I'm prepping for my low spend or no spend year. In fact, I'm going to call it my joyful spending year. Like this year, I'm only going to spend my money on things that bring me true joy. Okay, so if you are new to this channel, my name is Agnes, and on this channel I share ways in which I make money, save money, and invest money. And I'm also just going to be sharing a little bit of my lifestyle on how I live my life. So if you are new, please hit that subscribe button if this is your thing, and also turn on those notification bell so that you do not miss anything that I post. Okay, so if you've just come across this channel now, like on this video, a little bit about my background is that about 3 years ago I became debt free. I paid off all my consumer debt, and it's a whole story. I'm going to link my video, like one of my very first videos that I made on the amount of debt I was in and how I paid it off and everything. But like since successfully paying off those debts, I've learned on how to manage my finances well. Like I started having a very close relationship with my finances. I started taking care of my finances. I stopped running away from my finances. And a lot of things have happened. Like I've become more confident with myself just by making sure that my finances are taken care of. And one of the reasons that I got myself into so much debt was because of consumer credit. Like I couldn't delay my gratification. I was into fast fashion and a whole lot of nonsense. But like since learning ways to manage my money, I've been able to budget my money and stick to my budget. So one thing that I'm challenging myself to do this year is to go on a low spend budget. So I'm going to explain to you what this is and how I'll be doing it. So you've probably came across some other YouTubers making videos on how they're going on a no spend or low spend year. Basically what this is, that it doesn't mean that you're going to live in your car or eat bread every day. What it simply means is that you're going to have all your necessities taken care of. You're going to make sure that you've paid your rent, you have food, you have all your basic needs. When it comes to your wants, you can either choose to cut it out altogether or minimize your consumption. For me, when I did, like a couple of years ago when I was paying off my debt, I went on a no spend challenge. Like I didn't buy myself clothes for about 2 years. I didn't go out for about 2 years. And that really helped me to pay off my debt. Like coming out of debt was my biggest motivator. But like this year, my biggest motivation to spend more intentionally is that because last year I became like, since becoming frugal, I started buying like secondhand things and I started buying secondhand things and just like not spending money on things. But I noticed last year that I was buying a lot of secondhand stuff and I ended up accumulating a lot more clothes again, which I ended up giving away. So this year, I'm telling myself, like intentionally, I'm only going to buy things that will bring me true joy. Like there's a lot of things that we don't need, but we end up buying, all because of impulse buying or because we saw someone having it on social media and all that kind of stuff. So having a good motivation before you go on a no buy year or a low buy year is super important. So for me, I want to have less stuff. I'm a minimalist. I want to have less stuff, and I want to channel my money on more things that bring me joy, things like spending time with my family. And like we've recently moved to a new country, so there's a lot that we're still working on. So buying unnecessary things is not my thing this year. And so this is how I'm going to do it. So a few steps that I'm going to take. Like the first thing is loud budgeting. Like if you've never heard about the term loud budgeting, what it simply means is that you let your people know that you are on a budget. Like your friends, your family, they should know that you are on a budget, so that when they go on all those fancy, expensive night out restaurants, they don't invite you. And if they invite you and you turn them down, then they shouldn't take it personal. So I'm going to loud budget so that I'm going to set realistic expectations. I want my family not to I want my family and friends not to invite me to unnecessary expensive dinners. I'm not coming. I'm not spending my money on that. So loud budgeting is the first step that I'm taking in my joy spending year. And then the second thing is girl maintenance. Like, even though I'm frugal, I still want to look cute. I still want to spend a little bit of money on my girl maintenance. So I'm not like going to go completely, I'm not like going to completely cut off my girl maintenance stuff. What I will do is I'll try to put a cap on it. So things that I can do myself, I will do them, and then only spend on those things that I cannot really do for myself. And even with that spending, I'll still make sure that I look for cheaper ways. So like, for example, waxing, I started waxing myself. Like I always like to have my manicure done every now, my pedicure done every now and then. So I won't mind spending for my pedicure, but I don't mind having my nails looking like that. But when it comes to my pedis, I want it done. So that's like that's like a trade-off that I'm willing to make to get my feet done instead of my hands, because it's expensive. It's expensive to get your nails done in the US. So I'm not trying to just start channeling all my money into girl maintenance stuff. And like, even with hair, I do my own hair. Like, this is a wig, like, so, but I do it myself. And even my makeup, I do it myself. So those kind of things are super important because I still want to look cute. So yeah. And then the next thing that I'm going to do is to take advantage of reward banking. So like things like cashback, when I open a credit card, or like when I'm shopping I will be shopping at stores that will give me cashbacks, or when I have coupons. So I will make sure that I take advantage of that, so that I don't have to always spend a lot of money. And then the other thing is meal prepping. So I'm already a gym girl. Like, I go to the gym, and I know it's super important to have your nutrition under check when you're trying to get in shape. And that is actually one of the biggest things that I've been working on. Like, I've been working on getting in shape. So I will make sure that I prep my meals, because especially for lunch, like, it's easy for you to just grab what's convenient. And in most of the time, whatever that is convenience is either, when something is convenient, it's either very expensive or super unhealthy. So I will be meal prepping and having my meals with me. And then the last thing is I'm building a capsule wardrobe. So like I said earlier on, last year I started buying a lot of stuff because I started buying a lot of stuff because it was secondhand, it was cheap. But I'm consciously working on building a capsule wardrobe. So a little bit of money that I will be buying items that I need specifically for my capsule wardrobe. If you don't know what a capsule wardrobe, this is if you just Google capsule wardrobe, you'll see like a list of stuff that I believed to so like, it's combination of clothing items that go well together. So you can have like 30 items, but you can have like more than 100 look with those 30 items. So that's what I'm working on, building this capsule wardrobe. So yeah, those are my steps for my joyful spending year. And I can't wait to see by the end of this year to see how this challenge goes, and how much money I save on it. And like, yeah, I'm so excited. You guys, let me know in the comments, how are you challenging yourself this year? How are you building your relationship with your finances? Like, starting with things just like your budgeting, just like your budgeting is super important. It doesn't have to be super complicated. Just do what works for you and build that relationship with your money. Like, you work for this money, so you should have that close relationship with it. Thank you so much for watching. I'll see you guys again in the next video. Bye.